All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my sewing room. I'm Sandy, and this is Tuesday, October 7th. Here we are for another beautiful day in Calgary, and I hope it's lovely where you are as well. Just want to say that that SNOW might be coming this weekend. So, of course, get out there and enjoy what we have of the beautiful weather before it goes bad. So that means, oh my goodness, all that lawn cleaning and putting things away and, yeah, starting to winterize for our area. Anyways, I'd like to thank everyone who joins in and participates with us on our Facebook and YouTube. Of course, you'll find our Facebook on Facebook, mysewingroom.ca. And also, if you are doing the YouTube, we are, if you sign in to YouTube and search for us, we are mysewingroom.ca, D-O-T, and you'll find us. Subscribe to us. There's that little bell. If you click that, then you'll have a notification that we are going live. So, and we do Facebook and YouTube usually. I say usually because coming up we've got a few changes on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So that's what we are. And I'd like to thank the people who are already signed in and saying hi to me. And that's Michelle and Glenda. Good morning. And thank you for joining me. All right. So I do have a few shout outs this morning. Of course, Glenda I is on the top of the list. So Glenda I, Ruth C, Loanne F, Michelle G, there's Michelle G. Rita B's on my list too. Hi, Rita B. Hi. Michelle G, we did. Okay, Chris L, Ann L, Tina B, Sandy A, Helen O, Carol D, Teresa W, Vivian H, Ann S. Oh, I hope Ontario's doing well out there. Peggy Ann M. Oh, sorry, it's Peggy N and Carol Ann M. Boy, I'm really good on reading today. Barbara A, and there's our Rita B on our list there, and there's Ruth C signed in already. Great. I also had a nice lady I hadn't talked to for a little while. She's just getting back to her sewing, and that was Sonia A. Very nice of you to visit the store today, and I do hope you enjoy working on your table runner that you had picked up your felt for. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Hand pieces and stowed. Oh, it's going to be lovely. All right. Well, thanks, everybody, and it's great to have you. Just want to tell you about a new line of fabric and why I'm dressed like a construction worker. Okay, so we have been receiving a lot of brand new fabrics to the store, and the one that I want to just introduce you to today only has about 4 bolts or 5 bolts, and it is called Caterpillar 100 Years, which is amazing that this construction group has been around that long. But Caterpillar you recognize as the big loaders and the diggers and the tractors and all these wonderful things. So it's their 100th anniversary, and we received a beautiful line of fabric for them. They even put it in some camel, and they've also got some tire tracks, so you can tell it's a big cat that just went by there. You can always tell their tracks when you see them in the dirt. And then on this side, more in the green color with the yellow Caterpillar logo. So that is the new fabric that I'm introducing today. It is called Caterpillar 100 Years. So if you've got some construction people out there, guys that like those big things, girls that love the big diggers and things, this is for you. All right, so that's our new line of fabric for today, the Caterpillar 100th. Hi, good morning, Chris. I see you're online too. That's awesome. All right, so I know in quilting and sewing and making and doing, sometimes our tools aren't quite as big as a big digger, but we have wonderful tools or accessories for our machines. And the one I want to talk about today is Bernina's accessory of the month for October, and that's the piecing foot number 38. And if you're thinking of purchasing this little foot, our tool, It is 25% off right now. All this month from October 1st to October 31st of 2025, it is 25% off. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's Bernina's accessory of the month for October. All right, so let's find out a little bit more about this wonderful number 38 piping foot. And where do I go to for my info? Well, to Bernina's big book of feet. It is a really good resource for all of their feet. Now, don't be scared if you have a different type of piping foot. The information in this book relays to all machines who have a piping foot. So it's really cool. Anyways, this is the big book of feet. If you'd like one, I can get one ordered for you. They are a wonderful resource. When you open it up, the guide, it does give you a list of table of contents. However, if you know what foot it is that you're looking for, you can just look at the top of the pages. The pages tell you what foot it is talking about. So I'm just going to skim till I get to 38. And there it is, 38. It is a great foot. It was originally developed for stitching heavy braids, trims to the native Austrian costumes. You know how beautiful their outfits are. It is also useful for making mini piping, sometimes referred to as the uneven foot. And it makes it easy to sew in situations where the foot needs to ride along an uneven surface with one side of the foot on the thick area and one on the thin area. This could be stitching next to a thick seam allowance, sewing on trim, or attaching hook and loop things. We call it Velcro, but the hook and loop tape. All right, so here's a 38. Now this 38, they only make one, and this 38 can go on any of the Bernina models, of the newer classic ones, of course. I didn't look, there's probably a 38 in the classics as well, but I brought the white foot today. And in the package, when you open it up, there's a little brochure that tells you what foot it is, and in many different languages, it tells you what operations to use with it, the application, how to do it, mini piping, etc. Plus pictures. So that's really good. So you get that right off the bat for your foot that you purchase. It's in the bag at the back. It's in the back of the box. So that's the 38. All right. So when you're using this, you need to have your needle opening in the center, right? So straight stitch, center needle, and the sole is higher on one side than the other, on the right side versus the left side. So you feed the thicker fabrics under the foot while it's on the left of the foot, okay? So the fat stuff goes on the left side. I'm going to show you close up here. The stair-step sole is ideal for stitching bulky items such as home decor trim and garment waistbands. The foot passes smoothly over the uneven surface, avoiding stitch problems that might result when the foot isn't supported on both sides. So this is really good. So it's good for stitching uneven layers. So let's go to our lovely machine and do some stitching. All right, demos on that piping foot. So let's take a picture here. Let's switch over to the close-up camera. And I'm just going to bring it up for just a second so you can see that I have a Bernina. You probably can't read that. Okay, never mind. Okay, it is a B570 Quilters Edition. It has a 9mm opening, but you know that the piping foot can work on any of the Bernina feet. So first off, here is a 38 foot. You see him? He's lovely. And on the bottom, he has two soles. One is thicker than the other. So you see that line right across there. So that is our part that we put on those thin fabric side. And this side, the left side, is what goes over the very fat, whatever we're putting on. All right, so first off, let's change out the foot. I have a 1C, so let's change it out and put on the 38. And just so my machine is a little more comfortable, I am going to go into the foot selection, and I am going to select 38 and go, okay. So now I am on 38. It wants us to do a straight stitch. I put in really bright, and I'm hoping you can see this on the fat. Probably not, because I got gold stuff. Anyways, we're going to try, first off, attaching a heavy trim. So I found some decorative trim in the back. I have a little hemmed area that I've made, and I'm going to attach that trim to my fabric. So I'm just going to start it right there and run it along my fabric. And then that slides under the left foot, left side of the foot. Let's put our foot down. So you see that's resting there, and the other one is a thicker one, so it's good to go. And I am going to start us off. I guess I need to be, I need to be a little further on so that my stitching will actually hit my decorative stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's do that again. Foot down. There we go. I think I still want to move it just a little bit more. There we go. All right, are you ready? Let's do a little decorative trim. And away we go. And it's just gobbling up that stuff, running very smoothly. And that trim is bumping up against that thicker foot. And the left-hand foot, the thinner foot, is just sliding over top, and it's feeding through just like you normally would. So that's really cool. Very nice. So that's how it works on the heavier braid or trims. Okay, cut. And let's have a little look. Forgot to cut my thread. Sorry. All right, there we go. There's our trim, all nicely put on, decoratively lovely, and it's really pretty. And you look on this side, the stitching's a little crookedy, but not bad. And that's how you would use the uneven foot on a side that is thicker, and you'd run that down the left side and do that. All right. Okay, next application for this, of course, this is the one that Anne always talks about doing, and that's applying your hook and loop tape. And I just bought a little swatch with a little, just the hook part, because I just want to show you how this works. So we're going to bump this up against the foot here. Let's see if I can get this. So we're good. Okay, good. And then we're stitching on the lumpy side on the thin. Let's go. Oh, this is fun. Here we go. Yep, I hear it going sneak, 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 sneak through the Velcro, but it's holding firm and it's moving steadily. There's no problem with the transfer, so that's good. Stop and cut. Remember to cut this time and raise the presser. Oop, presser foot does raise. Okay, so you can see my first line of stitching is in place. Let's go and do the other side. Oh, got to do it this way. All right. Of course, you're going to measure and hold it in place and be much more conscientious of where you're at when you're stitching. I'm just showing you how the little foot works. Okay, here we go. There it goes, stitching right along there, smooth as all get out. So that uneven foot is very, very useful when you're on subject or fabrics that are different. Okay, and cut. Great. Oh, I didn't get the cut. I just put the foot up. There's your Velcro sewn on. Now I'm using really bright yellow so you can see where it's stitched and things. Now you would, if you're doing the black, you would match to black. If you're doing white, you're doing white stitching. But that's how it works for Velcro. Okay, we have one more application for this lovely foot of the month, and that is to do some very thin piping. So a lot of times you want to put a little piping along the edge of your pillow, maybe on the edge of a dress, on the edge of a bag. Anyways, I just cut us out a little piece of cord. I'm going to lay it here. I'm going to fold it over so that I'm making that little piping. All right. Now, our little foot, of course, the thin foot on the left rests on top of that, the cord, and then the stitching goes between it and the, I got a sticky thing here. Let's put that to the back. All right. So we got our cord in place. It's lovely, and we're going to just go ahead and stitch. Are you ready? Okay, we're making some piping. All right, and that's going along the edge of the piping. I'm kind of wiggly, sorry. All right, we're getting there. We're putting a little piping. I wiggled. So please excuse my lovely wiggling as my piping. All right, but there's my thin piping. Oh, did I ever wiggle? Sorry about that. Let's look at this end. This end is much nicer. All right, there you go. So that is the piping foot with piping. And you could do a little practice so it doesn't look quite so things. But that's what we can put on. We can do the braid, or whatever trim you'd like on the bottom of something, maybe a purse or a, this looks really cute if you were putting it on the bottom of a vest or something, anyways, or curtains or whatever. You can use it for the Velcro, which is again an uneven surface, or you can use it for piping. All right, so that's how we use our number 38 piping foot. I'm coming back into the scene. So that was done with the 38 piping foot. It is on the Bernina 570, but you can use that foot on whatever machine you would like, because that is what it's used for. If you have a classic, you'd need the red box, as they call it, for the number 38. It's a slightly different cone size. They made them different when they changed to the newer models. All right. Wonderful. And don't forget this beautiful book, the Big Book of Feet. I just learned how to do that using the Big Book of Feet. Yeah. All right. Good morning. I see Dorothy's signed in and Viv is there. Hi, Vivian. All right. Hi, everybody. So that is the piping foot that is right now on sale for Bernina for the month of October for 25% off until October 31st. Halloween. Woo-hoo. 2025. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. But, you know, I'm talking about tools and things like that. It's really cool to have all of the feet that make the job easier. So in this book is really great, even if you don't have Bernina feet, but you have a piping foot. This will tell you about other things. It's got ideas on clear embroidery feet, Bernina or stitch regulator. Now they also have embroidered the ISR, which is the intelligent stitch regulator. There's Spanish hams, crystal work, of course, that lap seams, all those wonderful things. Eyelet foot, too cool. Too cool. Great, great accessory. Wonderful Christmas present. If anybody's in the need for a good foot book, whatever machine you have, it would be great as a Christmas present. All right, so that is our tool from Bernina. It is the B38 piping foot. It's a really cool foot. All right, I do have a few announcements before I tell you jokes. I hope they're ready for it. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Dawn. They are busy working on an absolutely gorgeous quilt, which is called Return to Simpler Times. I should get myself out of here. Oh, get myself squeegee out. Isn't it beautiful? So every block is different. Look at the beautiful fabrics. It's a great quilt. I'm going to say suspect it's at least 84 by 84, maybe. It's very large. And I like on the edge of the detail. The borders? Yeah, the borders, and they're all beautiful. Look at the borders. They are, okay, not right out of my head. Dresden plates. Thank you. It's Dresden plates. Dresden plates. Aren't they gorgeous?
Okay, we're leaving now.
Okay, so that is a sneak peek, I think, is what we just had, right, ladies?
Yeah.
Sneak a peek on Return to Simpler Times. And as we go through the next little while, I will be bringing you more information on how you can belong to the Return to Simpler Times. I believe it's going to be a block of the month. All right, so stay tuned for that. That was very fun. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, John. That was beautiful. All right, so speaking of beautiful things, this month of October is my sewing room's 24th anniversary. And so we're doing some celebrating this month with some special events during the next few weeks. On Saturday, the 4th, we started our first event, and that was that our regularly priced fabrics on the Bolt are 24% off, minimum cut of 1/2 meter. So the 24%, everybody rolled their eyes at me, but it's like, it's the 24th anniversary. We got to have something with the 24 in it. Anyways, so the fabric for now, from October 4th until October 26th, at my sewing room is 24% off regular bolted fabric, and minimum cut of 0.5. You may find the odd remnant around that is greater than 0.5. That would qualify for the sale as well. Fat quarters, no. We don't, no. Pre-cuts, no. Panels, no. Just regularly bolted fabric for right now at regular price. And it is 24% off. So that is the first of our 24th anniversary events. And I hope that you can pop in the next 2 weeks and see some of the gorgeous new fabrics that have come in. And here is a great time to purchase them because you get them 24% off. And some of them are so beautiful. I showed a whole bunch yesterday. I have 2 more lines coming on Thursday for you to see. So that's a good reason to tune in on Thursday and see them. All right. So I've already told you about Bernina's foot of the month being the 38 at 25% off. It should be 24. No, 25% off until Halloween, the 31st of October. Also, Bernina just brought out their wish book for 2025. So they're looking at us and going, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. These are some really wonderful machine sales for Christmas. I don't have a book with me yet, but Tyler has done us even one better. If you go to our website, mysewingroom.ca, if you look at the main page and just scroll all the way down to the bottom, on the left-hand side, you'll see the latest sales. And you can click on the top one, which is the Bernina Wish Book 2025. It is 28 pages of gloriously colored Bernina things. And they are on sale until December 31st. So this is their Christmas book. This is what you're waiting for. There won't be anything else. This is it. Bernina's Wish Book 2025. Okay, so Brother Not to Be Outdone has still got their maker promotion on. So this is good until October 13th. Just a little reminder, and I'll say it again at the end, we are closed on Monday, October 13th for Thanksgiving. So technically you need to come in and see these things on October 12th, which is the Sunday. But they are down in the States and they sometimes don't recognize our Thanksgiving. So anyways, October 13th is the end of the Brother Makers promotion. And they have got the Scan and Cut, the Print Moda, the Sublimation Printer, the PRS 100, which is the 1 needle embroidery machine, the PRS 100 embroidery machine, which is a little more business oriented with a little bit more some bells and whistles. And they also have their brand new 6-needle machine out. It's the PR680W. All right, so that is going on until the 13th, but we're not here on the 13th. So come in and see me before then. Come and see me on the 12th, okay? So those are the brother ones. My sewing room also has a lovely 6-needle one, the 1055 X, just the plain X. It's on for a really good price, and it is available right now, ready to go. The PR680W, we'd have to order in because it hasn't hit us yet. All right, but we have that lovely 1055 6-needle, which is a wonderful machine available for you. All right, okay, are you ready? Yeah, so here we are in October. And yesterday I was showing you the lovely Sea of Tranquility by Thomas Kincaid, and that is one of the OESD offerings that they have just brought out. And of course, this is the OESD 2025 holiday celebration going on for the month of September, October, November. October, of course, for the Candy Christmas, you get the Christmas ornament cards and ornaments. Cards and ornaments. That's it. Aren't they pretty? Cards and ornaments. So if you purchase $59 worth of OES products each month, you get the free collection. So $59 plus tax, Canadian, because I know they're offering it in the States for US, but that's Canadian dollars. You would receive the Candy Christmas cards and ornaments. So there's, of course, cards. There's stabilizer. There's thread. There's tools. There's scissor kits. There's grippy grid. Whatever you might wish to purchase of OESD or other designs, anything that adds up to $59 or more before tax, you received the free cards and ornaments designs for October. And they are on display out front. They're just really beautiful and made those for us, so that is so sweet. All right, well, that's all my announcements for today, everybody, but I've got a few jokes if you are all good to hang in there for just a bit more. Yeah, I've got a great joke about construction. I'm still working on it. So what did the window glazer say when he cut himself on the window glass? That was extremely painful. And I have a friend who drives a steamroller. He is such a flat Nailed it. Yes. All right. Those are our jokes for today. I don't know if anybody, I heard laughter from behind me, so maybe they were listening. Anyways, those are my jokes for today. And I'm glad that you could join me to try out that piping foot number 38. It was kind of fun. Having never used it before, it was great. And I really, really recommend that big book of feet to show you and tell you how to do these things. And of course, everything is better with practice. All right. All right. I'm going to see you Thursday. That is our Thanksgiving show. It's all about being thankful. I'll have more fabric to show you. I have more things to show you. There is so much. And I just can't wait for Thursday. But just remember that we are closed Monday, October 13th for Thanksgiving. All right. Have a wonderful couple days. I will see you at 10:30 on Thursday morning. Thanks, everybody.